because you know this stuff is not, it's not cheap at all. Like it's like I paid $8,000, had to go back, pay $2,500. Now about to pay damn near $10,000 on breast alone. So I just want to start off by saying that this video is not intended to discourage anyone or try to stop anyone from getting breast implants. This is just my journey, and you know, hopefully I can help someone out. All right, so I'm going to walk you guys through my journey of having implants. I'm going to tell you why I got them, where did I go, the cost, everything. I'm just going to spill the tea. Okay, so I'm going to basically tell you guys why. So I'm going to tell you why I wanted my breasts done. So I've always had like full boobs, but they were always saggy. So for me, you know how it is as a woman. Saggy boobs, you don't feel as confident. So for me, I didn't feel confident. So I was looking up doctors, like, okay, who can I go to? What can I do about this? So I ended up finding this doctor in Miami, Florida. And he sent me back a quote for a breast lift and a breast implant with the lift. So my intentions were, you know, to only get a lift because I had boobs already. So I really didn't need the implant. So my first thought was, okay, I'm gonna find me a doctor and just get a lift. So I found this amazing doctor in Miami, Florida. I'm not gonna drop no names. Like, if you want his information, then reach out to me personally. But I found this amazing doctor in Miami, Florida, and his price for, I forgot what his price was for just the lift by itself, but I ended up going the implant plus the lift route, which was $8,000. So I paid $8,000 for the breast implant and the lift. So when I got there, he gave me the two quotes, and he said over time my breasts would start to sag, and if I really wanted like the fullness up top, then I might as well get the breast implant. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, you know, I'm already here, why would I want to come back, type thing. So ended up going the breast implant routes, and I got silicone 300cc in both, which is like a smaller implant because I already had boobs. So yeah, since I already had boobs, I didn't really need like a big cc of an implant. So he put, yeah, 300 cc's in both. And fast forward, this was, so I got them done April 2017. Fast forward 2018, I noticed that my left boob was having problems. So immediately I contacted him because, you know, I never experienced nothing like this. So I'm worried. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So I ended up having a capsular contracture, which is basically like scar tissue surrounding, you know, the breast implant. It's kind of like, you know, it's a foreign object. So however your body take to it, that's just, I mean, it happens. So I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? What's going on? So he ended up telling me about it. So thank God I had the warranty, which was like $500 extra. So I used my warranty. So had to go back. And July of 2018, I went back, same doctor, and he just replaced my left boob. So thank God I had the warranty, which I didn't have to come out of pocket. The only thing I came out of pocket for was this Galaflex mesh, which he recommended. Something to have to do with Over time, the boob sagged. I don't know what the hell it was. All I know is I came out of pocket and it was 2,500 for one, because he only went in to fix the left boob. It wasn't my right one. So the capsular contracture only went to the left one. So he fixed it. I felt better. Everything was good. Fast forward 2019, I started forming a capsular contracture in the right one, which is still hard. It's not as noticeable. I'm going to show you guys pictures of how the left one looked. But the right one is not as hard, but you can tell it's still hard, but not as noticeable, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you a picture so you can see. It's going to be right here. So, yes, so the right one is not as hard. Not as hard. It's definitely hard, but it's not as noticeable as the left one was. So I contacted him again, and I'm like, hey, I'm having the same issue. And he tells me, okay, you know, just come back in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you know, at this point, I just want to take him out because it just seems like my body is rejecting it. Ultimately, that's what it is. And he tells me, oh, no, there's no such thing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sending you a quote. And I'm not even sure they sent me the quote. Actually, I think I called about 5 times too. And the coordinator just kept saying, oh, he's, you know, on vacation. The whole time he was posting on the Insta story of him doing nose jobs and different shit. So I'm like, whatever at this point. So fast forward, now it is 2020. And I discovered that I have breast implant illness. So I'm gonna go through my symptoms. I wrote them down in my notes. So it first started January of this year. It started January of this year. My body was going through like some weird changes, some things that has never happened to me before, like weird feelings, just everything. I was just thrown off completely. So I'm gonna go through some of my symptoms. I was having heart palpitation. Like, this has never happened in my entire life. When I tell you I eat hot chips, candy, sugary stuff, and it has never happened before. Like, what made me start looking into implant illness, first I had seen videos on it in 2019, but I'm like, no, I don't have that. You know, I just have another capsular contracture. I don't have those issues like those other women. So earlier this year, I ended up going to like 5 different doctors. I went to hospital after hospital, just trying to figure out, you know, what's wrong with me. Why is my heart beating so fast? I never experienced this before. So yes, I was having heartburn, severe heartburn, heart palpitation. I was getting tired all of a sudden. So I was having fatigue. I was having severe panic attacks. Like, I'm not sure you guys don't. Yeah. I actually discussed this on my video like months ago about how like I had like a panic attack on the airplane. So I was having panic attacks after panic attacks, like different things, different situations. I was out of it. I don't know what the hell happened to me. So I started having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, um, brain fog, memory loss, sharp pains, shortness of breath, dehydration, inflammation. So going to different doctors, I discovered that I got thyroid nodules. And they're not cancerous, which is good. But you know, the doctors was like, does anyone in your family have it? I'm like, no, no one in my family has thyroid issues. When I tell you, after going to so many doctors, they all said, oh, you know, maybe it's just anxiety. We're just going to give you this medicine to calm you down. I'm just like, it's not even just anxiety. Like, what about the heart palpitation? What about this? What about that? And they were just like, no, you're fine. They took blood work after blood work, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So they're just like, oh, you just have anxiety. You'll be okay. So I'm like, no. So I ended up finding this page on Instagram. It's called breast_illness_ something like that. Something like that. So I looked up their page, and I seen all of these symptoms. I think it was like about 25 to 30 symptoms. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It had on there everything that I just named, honestly, that I'm going through. It had thyroid issues on there, heart palpitation, panic attacks, shortness of breath, fatigue. I'm like, wow. Wow. This is scary. So I'm like, okay, I need to get these implants out of me now before, you know, other shit happened to me. So I started looking up YouTube videos, and there was so many relatable girls on there. So I'm like, wow, I just cannot believe this happened to me. So I'm like, this is real. This is real. So I ended up finding see the fuck I'm talking about. I don't even know what to say. See? Shit like that. So I got to researching, you know, different doctors, because I just knew I wasn't going to go back to my original doctor, because he was basically ignoring me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to a doctor here in my hometown. So I looked up, I want to say about 6 doctors here. I mean, it was a struggle finding a doctor here who, first of all, believes in the shit. And then second of all, who even, you know, take them out. Because, you know, a lot of doctors really don't take implants out. They more so put them in. So I ended up finding 6 doctors. And out of those 6, I think I scheduled 3 appointments. So out of those 3 doctors, I canceled the 1 appointment. I don't remember why. I feel like our schedules wasn't, you know, good. So I went to a doctor. It was a guy. I didn't like his energy. Something was off about him. I didn't like it. He kind of came off as like money hungry in a way. And like not really experienced in the whole breast implant, you know, removal. I just didn't like his energy. I didn't feel right. I'm a very big energy person. So if I'm the type, if something don't feel right, I'm not going to do it type thing. So I called him back after I left there. I called him back like 3 days later to ask him a question about something. I think it was about a capsulectomy or something like that. And he kind of brushed it off. I just didn't like his energy. So I ended up going to this lady who I found here in Mentor, Ohio. And her name is Dr. Greer. As soon as I walked in, as soon as I met her, her energy, her vibe, like I just knew that I can trust her. I knew I can trust her. She had, you know, patients who have suffered from, you know, breast implants and illness. So she kind of, you know, understood me and where I was coming from. So I'm like, thank God. So I ended up going with her. I think I paid like a $90 fee for the consultation, so that went towards my surgery. So I have paper right here of how much I paid. I don't want to leave anything out. So I went to her. So her price was $9,773. So I will be getting another lift, along with the removal and capsulectomy, because I do have capsules in me. So I definitely trust her. I'm excited. I'm anxious. I'm nervous. I have so many different emotions going through my head. But looking back, 3 years ago, I wouldn't say I regret anything, because I don't regret anything. I feel like everything just happens for a reason. But looking back, I would have just got the lift and not the breast implants. If I would have seen videos like this a long time ago, I would have said, hell no, I'm not getting them shits. But I feel like now women are coming out more. Women are talking about it more. It's just so many things that, you know, that is happening, which is good. So, yeah, I mean, I have no regrets. You live and you learn. And it's just that. So, you guys, wish me luck. And I will be doing a part 2 of this video of, you know, after surgery and stuff like that. But yes, you guys, this is my story. If you are that girl who, you know, lack confidence, just learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Love your flaws. And just be you. I mean, it is what it is. Someone is going to love you. Just love yourself first. Love yourself. And I'm just happy and grateful that I was able to find a doctor first. And just be able to afford it. Because, you know, this stuff is not, it's not cheap at all. Like, it's like I paid $8,000, had to go back, pay $2,500. Now, about to pay damn near $10,000 on breast alone. So, I wouldn't do the shit. But I hope someone out there learn from my mistake and, you know, do better and just learn to love yourself. Love yourself. If you that girl, love yourself, girl. It's not worth it at all. Ooh.